Welcome to Eur Week In Gaming with me, GD, the place for the hottest news, UK charts and new releases of the week. In this week's news, huge shake-up at Microsoft, Ryan Davis of Giant Bomb has died, The Last of Us is doing well, and Konami gets hacked. First in the news, while we may never know whether it was the chicken or the egg that came first, we are pretty certain that the plans for the Microsoft corporate reorganization were in motion long before Don Mattrick decided to leave his post for the CEO job at Zynga. Mattrick was reportedly uninterested in moving into the hardware chief role, now occupied by Julie Larson-Green after the shake-up. She'll be handling all of the hardware devices, Xbox and Surface, while former Windows Phone head Terry Merson will be leading development of operating systems, including the three that are making the Xbox One tick. We're still very eager to speak with Larson-Green, Merson, or preferably both, about the vision of the launch of the Xbox One in the immediate future and the broader life cycle of the console. There is an interesting story to be told here about how Microsoft will affect these changes so close to the launch, especially as two new leaders take over core development arms for the console. Additionally, Microsoft is contending with the new negative PR regarding the NSA's prison program. Based on a report out of The Guardian, the NSA has the means to broadly access Microsoft services including Skype, Outlook.com and SkyDrive. The company has denied providing blanket access as opposed to honouring court-mandated case-by-case requests for user data. Microsoft and Yahoo are two of the companies that have walked up to the line created by the gag order to suggest that there is more at play here than they are allowed to discuss. As we do not yet fully understand how the Kinect camera interacts with Skype, which powers chat on the Xbox One, I'm concerned about the potential privacy issues. The Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court has already created a wider opening than originally intended to allow warrantless collection of data by exploiting the Special Needs Doctrine. This provision allows for drug testing, airport screening and more. Under this doctrine, the FISA courts are allegedly exempting security agencies from the warrant process when searching for possible terrorists. Given the case of Justin Carter, the term possible terrorist could be applied to anyone who makes inflammatory and threatening remarks online, including via Skype, which powers the chat features for the Xbox One, which is attached to the Kinect, which is also always on while playing and intended for use in a low power state while in standby. Will the camera and microphone bundle in your house make you just another channel for our government to tune into? Probably not. However, it's not hard to see why people might be worried about putting one in their homes. Next in the news, the video game industry is reeling from the news that Giant Bomb co-founder Ryan Davis has died. Giant Bomb announced earlier this week that Davis passed away on the 3rd of July at the age of 34. The former editor at GameSpot, Davis quit the company in 2007 shortly after the controversial firing of Jeff Gertzman. Gertzman and Davis formed Giant Bomb in 2008 with fellow ex-GameSpot editor Bride Shoemaker and Vinny Carvella joining them a few months later. Alex Navarro, who also left GameSpot in the wake of Gertzman's firing, rejoined his former co-workers at Giant Bomb in 2010, completing the core editorial team. Giant Bomb is referred to its small and close-knit staff, and fans have flocked to Twitter to express their shock and condolences. Our deepest sympathy and love go out to Davis's family and friends and the entire Giant Bomb team. Also in the news this week, The Last of Us is doing well for Sony, quickly setting records as the fastest selling game on the PS3 for 2013 and fastest selling new software title for the console. Naughty Dog's grim masterpiece, released on June 14th exclusively for the PlayStation 3, and has so far sold more than 3.4 million copies. Despite being an American game that takes place in the US, The Last of Us has seen worldwide appeal, also selling well in Japan. For more on The Last of Us, check out our review. Finally in the news this week, hackers just can't seem to leave the game industry alone. This week it's Konami that's a victim of cyber attack. If you have an account for Konami's Pro Evo Soccer, you need to read this. Konami's ID portal site, which services its popular sports game Pro Evolution Soccer, experienced over 35,000 unauthorized logins and over 4 million attempted logins. In an official statement, Konami said that some customers' name, address, date of birth, email and telephone information may have been compromised. Konami says it is contacting those affected. In the meantime, it is encouraging all its users to change their passwords. You can change your password at their site. Konami has taken steps to ensure that all accounts that were breached cannot be further accessed by hackers.
For a reason. We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done.
And if you want to know if your game has made the top 20 for this week, either go to eurgame.com or click on the link in the details below. Now it's time for the new releases of the week, starting with R.I.P.D. on the Xbox Live Arcade, out 17th of July. And also we have Dynasty Warriors 8 on PS3 and Xbox 360, out 18th of July. And that's it for your week in gaming for the week ending 13th of July 2013. For more news, go to eurgame.com or follow us on Twitter or Facebook on the links in the details below. Also, if you like the show, click on the subscribe button and the like button below. And remember to tune in next week for more of the hottest news, UK charts and new releases for the week, right here on Your Week in Gaming.